Hello everyone, and today I'm going to show you 10 ways to improve your LEGO Bad Batch Shuttle. Tip number 1 is to improve the speeder. The way we do this is first by putting guns on the back here like it has in the 501st Battle Pack speeder, but for some reason it doesn't have on this one. Then you take off this stud shooter in parts and put a stud, this stud with a bar sticking out of it, this wrench clip piece, and a lightsaber hilt. Then you just get the flat and put it back on. This way you have a much better looking gun. You can also do both these tips to both sides, which makes it look really good. Tip number 2 is to build Omega. We have made our own purist custom design for her, and how we build this is with Farm Boy Luke's torso, some dark blue arms, tan hands, mini black legs, Princess Leia's head, Farm Boy Luke's hair, and a Minecraft bow. Obviously, she is a big part of the Bad Batch story, so goes very well with this set. Tip number 3 is to upgrade and give them backpacks. Only Tech does come with a backpack, but all of them do have backpacks in the film other than Omega. For Wrecker, you can just use the 2 studs on the back of his torso and give him this simple assembly, which is a 2x2 plate, this cheese slope, a jumper plate, and a stud. For Echo's backpack, you can get him a bracket, a 1x2 plate with a tile on top of it and this special piece in there, then some studs on both sides of that, and some of these soda can lid pieces on top of that. Then you can add this tile on top of that. For Tech's backpack, to upgrade it, we get these parts and put them on. Then we get this, and you have to turn the tile around so that it's positioned properly. Then on one side, you put these studs, and on the other, you get another one of these and build the antenna. For Hunter's backpack, you get a bracket which goes down and put some cheese slopes on it. Then you get one of these pieces and put some tiles on both sides of it. One of them has to be this slope tile so that his helmet will fit. You get that on this side. Then on the other side, you get another one of these pieces, but with just one of these tiles that's a square. Stick it right in there. And then you get this tile, which is a 1x2, and stick it all the way across. And now you have a nice upgraded backpack. And finally, for Crosshair, you get a bracket with a 1x1 plate. Then you get one of these slopes here. You get a clip and a transparent stud there. Then you just connect the transparent stud right in the middle. Then you can even put his gun on here so that he can carry it around upon his backpack. Tip number 4 is to improve their weapons. For Crosshair, what you can do is either take his gun and put a Technic beam on top of it to make it look better, or you could build him a whole new gun. This gun is featured in our How to Build 10 More Guns to Improve Your LEGO Star Wars Minifigs, and how you build it is first with this black pistol, a stud with a hole in it, another stud with a hole in it, another pistol the other way, a wrench below that pistol, a clip above it, an ice skate, and this Technic piece on top. This one does have a downside though, as it is more difficult to connect to the backpack and you have to move it up a stud to do so. Like so. You can also give Crosshair one of these pistols to make him look more accurate. For Hunter, you can take away one of his knives and give him a pistol. For Tech, you can take away one of his pistols and give him this little machine which he uses for his calculations and stuff in the show. It's pretty simple to build, just using a binoculars and a transparent stud. Finally, for Wrecker, you can take away this gun and build him this gun using one of those pistols, a black hand, and this stud with a stick sticking out the top of it. This is a more accurate version of his gun. We think it looks much better. And give him a knife. Tip number 5 is to improve Echo. We have a couple ways of doing this. First, you can take away his normal hand, which he has here, and give him a pirate hook. This just makes it look more accurate, as he has a long pointy thing sticking out, which is what he actually has in the film, at least from what we've seen so far, and we just like the look of it better. You could also give him this piece on Azog from Lord of the Rings, which looks a bit more accurate as well. Another way you can improve him is by giving him a camera. We have a video on how to make camas and pauldrons out of paper, simply using a printout, scissors, and markers. So definitely check that video out, it'll be in the description below. We used that video to make this cama here, We did use a bit of a light red, so it should be darker, but it's still much better than a printed on camo. Tip number 6 is to upgrade crosshair. A few ways you can do this are, first, giving him a visor which is held on by sticky tack. You also probably want to get some black sticky tack for this, which does exist, but we only have white. You also can give him some hair so that he looks much more like Crosshair. Tip number 7 is to do some more upgrades to the shuttle so you can fly it around while holding the middle fin. There are a couple ways you can fix this. First, the way from Not That Sam Smith, which all you do, you just take out these 2 tiles and put in 2 plates, and it'll connect down and have a strong enough connection, especially with new parts, so that you can hold the whole ship from the top. His channel will be linked in the description below, so be sure to check it out. Next, the way we came up with is to take off this part, add one of these plates here, add this bracket with a tile on top of it, and then just put this part right back on top. You can do this for both sides, and it creates a latch that'll sturdily hold your ship in place. These are both great ways to improve your ship that make it much more fun to fly around. Tip number 8 is to make room in the ship for... Wait, what's her name again?
Omega. From earlier? In the corridor?
Yeah, kid, we remember.
This is quite simple to do by just taking out the storage area inside of the ship. To do this, open the ship, take off this section, these parts, and put back this part. Then you have a whole extra seat for
Omega.
Tip number 9 is to improve some of the details on the ship. The first way you can do this is by adding a light here. Then, if we go to the back of the ship, you can see the turret. In the set, it comes with the guns down here and the part where the person is sitting up here. To fix this so that it is more accurate, you can open the top, take off these pieces here so that you can take off the whole top, and pull off the top. Then you want to take these 3 pieces off, put this piece back down, and add this new piece on top. Then pull this whole piece off, take these 2 off, put these 2 parts together, and put them on the back of the ship. Now that you've done that, you just put this part back, and these parts. Then just connect all these parts back on. And you have your more accurate turret. Tip number 10 is to give your shuttle landing gear. To do this, first you need to build 3 assemblies. This one with these 2 parts here and here, some inverted slopes, and a grill piece. And these 2, which are clipped plates with grills on the back and these inverted slope pieces. Then, to connect them to the bottom, you just put this one right here, this one right here, and this one right here. Then you can just fold down the landing gear, no need to fold down the one in the front, and have it land. It makes it look more accurate when it lands, giving it more height. You can also widen it to add even more space for the minifigures by doing this upgrade from Dynamic Productions, so make sure to check it out in the link in the description. And now for our bonus tip to upgrade your Gonk droid. We created our own design for this, and you can build this by first getting the 2 legs, getting a 2x2 plate and putting these snot bricks on all 4 sides of it, then connecting the legs at the back, then by getting these tiles and sticking them across here on all 4 sides, and by putting this piece, which is a Technic piece with a stud sticking out of it, in the front. Then you can just get these snot parts with a grill on the back, and on top put 2 tiles. This creates a great, upgraded, more accurate Gonk droid. So that was 10 ways to improve your Lego Bad Batch Shuttle. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and do all the other things. We have many other videos like this, so be sure to check them out in a playlist with all our 10 ways to improve videos, which will be linked in the description below. Also, please let us know in the comments below which sets we should improve next. Me and my brothers thank you for watching and hope to see you next time on Sanders 3 Studios. Bye!